Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on days gone by with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Friday, April. How many is it? 2nd. Holy cats, we're 2 days into the month already. Anyway, welcome to the April 2nd, 2021 edition. And Nevermind the Furthermore for creative conversation and coffee. Whether you're watching us on the rerun or watching us live, we appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And also thank you very much to Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this episode. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, it should matter to you because it matters to your reader. That's the thing that pushes people into being your customer later on and your fan and your audience. Anyway, please check out Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook as well as plasmafiregraphics.com. You'll be glad you did. Oh, did I mention it's real affordable? The 2 trailers you saw at the start of the show, Plasma Fire Graphics did them. They could do that for you. And we also want to thank our Patreon subscribers you see there. Thank you all very much. Patreon is a service where for a modest monthly contribution, you can directly support the creator of your choice. And I have a page. In fact, many of the people you see on this page have pages of their own. So you can do a lot of good and it doesn't have to cost a lot. Plus you get perks for it. You get to see stuff that the general populace doesn't get to see first. You also get to talk directly to your favorite creators. And like we mention ours, every broadcast, every book, everything we do that gets published or put out by us, you get your name immortalized as one of our great supporters. We appreciate you all very much. Please check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And also, please check out, we are part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network and a proud part of it, too, I must say. We're in some pretty good company here. Take a screenshot of this, if you would, please. We've got your entertainment and information covered 7 days a week. We give you more every week, more days a week, but we don't know how. Only the Beatles can give you 8 days a week. But anyway, we cover you with all kinds of topics from interviews and education on how to advance your creative career and even drinking. In fact, tonight, you're in for a treat. We've got a full evening of good entertainment tonight and information at after this show later on tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. We got Drinking with the Davies. Ted and Chrissy Davies are going to get together and teach you the joys of the Tom Collins. When's the last time you heard of that drink? Have you ever heard of that drink? Get off my lawn. Anyway, check it out. It's a fun show, and we'll see the progress being made on their homemade limoncello. After that is Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles, where she's going to talk about creativity and writing and advancing your creative career, just as she is doing with hers. And then after that is the legendary Nicholas Anthony Tockard with the one, the only, the Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube. Please check it out. It is a fantastic show about murdering each other in armed combat. And who doesn't want a little bit of that? Anyway, if you want to learn how to kill each other safely, check out Nick Tockard tonight at 8 p.m. Also, further programming notes, tomorrow night at let's see, at 11 o'clock rather, Joe McKeel and the Skunk Rocker and Dan and Joe and all kinds of great people will be on the one, the only Stupid O'Clock, the most intelligent chat show on the air, and we're proud to have them here. And then at Sunday, I'm going to be on at 9 a.m. on Indie Volt Radio and indievolt.com. Sunday Funnies with Randy Zimmerman, Daphne Fage, and all kinds of good people talking fun comics. And at 10 p.m. the night, and that night is Comics, Chaos, and Sass with the one, the only Heather Ellen. A mellow way to round out your weekend with being able to promote yourself, talk to your peers, and talk to her. She is charming and lovely. Anyway, please check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And I think I have mentioned everyone. God knows I've gone on long enough. I got to condense that. Anyway, please, let's go to the conversation here. Who is first in line? Trevor Hawkins, good morning. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Hope all is well. Good morning, Carl Witzman. Happy morning to you. And there may be a drunken rant tonight and a green room. Oh, be still my heart. Please check it out on Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. And let's see. And week 3 of the Plumbing Apocalypse coming soon from the pen of Uncle Carl. Oh, man, I thought the Mad Gasser cheerleader of Calhoun County was terrifying. This sounds like a real sphincter clencher there. But anyway, yeah. Carl and Carly have some adventures, don't they all? And hey, sorry I haven't been active in the community. Things have been kind of crazy. Well, yeah, you've got some fulfillment to do, young man, don't you? Grant just had a very successful campaign for his very first comic book, and we're all excited for him. Now the work begins, my friend. Now the work begins. And I bet they have, Grant, but a good kind of busy. Ask Carl Witzman and Cindy Cap, happy Friday on this lovely March 33rd. Yeah. More, or is it more like December 128th, 2020, right? Oh, yeah, April Fools. It was going to be warm in April, yeah. Joe Dog McKeel, free Joe Dog for live streaming, right arm. Yes, Joe is being oppressed by the evil Zuck and his sucky robot army of doom and not being allowed to broadcast live. That is why Stupid O'Clock is now a YouTube exclusive. He'll show them by Django. Oh, Covfefe, I need more. Anyway, please check out Joe Dog this weekend, tomorrow night at 11 p.m. with another edition of Stupid O'Clock. It's great. And Cindy Kemp has turned into a ninja. She's engaging lurker mode. Oh, we know you're here, though. And hello, fellow crazies. Mwah, Keisha, good to see you, darling. Hope you're having a great morning so far. And 12 more days is Joe Dog. Well, just make sure. Good behavior, young man. Good behavior. And remember, cigarettes are better than coffee, or rather, not nothing's better than coffee, but cigarettes are better than cash in prison. And hello all from Carly. Mwah. Oh, following your toilet adventures. Oh, dear God. And Jackie Lawson, good to see you. I finally made it to one of these. Miss you, Brian. Miss all you groovy folks. Miss you too, Jackie. I'm going to be in the Peoria area for you probably, I think you're engaged elsewhere, but I will be in Peoria at the Peoria Civic Center May 29th for the Indie Author Book Expo. And I'm really excited to be there with Jen Thompson and all the other wonderful people. And speaking of wonderful people, there's Lacey Lemke. Mwah, good morning, Nevermorians. Love you all so much. It's going to be a good day for everyone. We will have a good day if you have one first, darling. Good to see you. Check out Nightmare Oasis and Zin of the Maryvilles on Amazon because she's awesome. And check out Jackie Lawson on Amazon, too, because she is awesome as well. And howdy, y'all. And good morning, Matt Shore. How are you this morning? Good to see you. And Eric Hawkins, a pleasure as always. Eric was astounding last night on the ever entertaining comic book spectrum last night. If you haven't watched it, please check it out. It's a fun show. We have a good time, and we hope you do too. And there's Carl Witzman chanting on the outside with his placard, "Free Joe Dog. Free Joe Dog." Yes, we must bring him to freedom. I hope you baked the cake with the file in it. And Grant Lacker says, yes, good, kind of busy, Carl, but I may have to take a day off soon. Mental health day, and probably nothing else, right? And everyone is saying, hey, Carl Witzman is saying, hey, Carly, and the Eric, yes, the Eric from the comic book spectrum. And Joe Dog McKeel, if you pushed your own naked clone off a tall building, would it be murder, suicide, or simply making an obscene clone fall? That's a good question. Oh, I like that. I like that. And a day off is good, says Carl Witzman. And good morning and coffee from Ted Davies. God bless you, young man. And check out Ted tonight at 6 p.m. on Drinking with the Davies. That's a very entertaining and informational show. And Carl Witzman says, after that joke, I take back my free Joe Dog. Oh, Joe Dog, how fickle they are, how the crowd turns. And good morning, Nevermorians. A special good morning to you, Brian, and to you, Nick. Nick, we'll be out. We'll see you after lunch, and I have to make an important phone call. And then we will see you this afternoon, all right? Anyway, morning, Nevermorian. Good morning to you, my friend, Mr. Skunk Rocker, sir, of the Scrub House Video Club, who's always awesome. Hope you're having a great morning. Looking forward to a weekend. And see you tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, says Ted Davies on Drinking with the Davies, mixing up the classic Tom Collins. Yay, my request went in. And please check him out. Also, please, while you're there, check out his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of great content on there. Not just alcohol-based, but also cigars, timepieces, and creatives. He's got a super interview show going on there every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. So please check it out and please subscribe. And thank you to everyone who has given us a little boost in our subscription. Let me check. This morning, we got another spurt, shut up, Christian, of people subscribing to the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications Network. We are up to 479 subscribers, only 21 away from 500. That's exciting. And speaking of exciting, notice how I segue here. Glenn B. Fleming, Glenn, brother, it is so good to see you, sir. Hey, Brian. Hey, Glenn. You've seen this, but I thought I'd post it here. By all means, please do. Okay, thank you, Brian. As you know, I like to travel. That's Glenn. Glenn's a great... Oh, my God, Glenn's been some great places. I like to travel and have been fortunate to visit some of the most amazing places on our planet. This is my story about when I visited the remotest inhabited place on Earth, Rapa Nui, or to give the tiny landmass its most famous name, Easter Island. Yep, the place with all those strange, really tall statues, and they are strange. All 800 of them? I didn't realize there were that many. Holy cats. And they are all really tall. And this is his story, adapted. StreamYard cut you off there. Resume your narrative, young man. Resume your narrative. And Joe D. McPhee, morning all, from Joe D. McPhee from the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. Please check out his YouTube channel. Lots of great comic interviews on there. Check it out. And if you're a comic creator and you want to be interviewed by one of your fellow creators, contact Joe D. McPhee. He's awesome, and he was fantastic last Tuesday night on Clever Title Pending. In fact, we had a pair of really great shows. Joe D. McPhee from the Desk of Small Press Publisher was one, and also John Celestri, former animator and current comic book artist and successful Kickstarter. So please check out those shows. They turned out well, despite my being in them. And Scott Crocker says, well, I love being interrupted with a phone call in the middle of the damn show. Stupid telemarketers. Yes. Oh, God. Yeah, I got one yesterday. What I've learned to do, if I have the time, and I'm in a fairly quiet place, is since they're mostly robot activated, I answer it, but I don't say anything. And it's kind of funny, because if it's one of the Asian scammers, I will hear, sometimes it's in English, but the general tone is, what's going on? I don't hear anything from the other end. And, it's bewildering. But if it's a robot, I generally, I'll get these. And for some reason, they say they're from my old area code. And so I, answer it, but I don't say anything. And the phone will then automatically click off on their end after time. And then they stop calling. So there's a trick for everyone. And the hysterical fencing guild sometimes, says Carl Witzman. Yes, as his scenery attacks him, maybe we can, maybe I can give him some tips on how to combat your locale. Joe Dog McKeel, I really need to get back into shape, but I'm waiting to see if the world is going to end before I put that much effort into it. Oh, and just remember, Joe Dog, words don't hurt unless you're reading the Necronomicon, okay? And I saw that this morning. And Lee Reese, good to see you. Fantastic artist. Good morning to all. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. As I hope the same for Teresa Dunn, talking to us on YouTube. Thank you. And there's another key component of a comic book spectrum, Mr. Clyde Hall. Good morning. Good Friday, Nevermorians. That's right. Today is Good Friday. And for those of you who are observing Good Friday, I hope you have a splendid, blessed day. All right. And Nicholas Anthony Tucker says issue 7 of the Hybrids, excuse me, and the Hybrids RPG. Guys, I've been working with Luke Stone for over a year to make the game possible, and the next issue of Hybrids must be read. Yes. And so go to Indiegogo and check out the Killing Fields parts 1 and 2 coming soon. Yes. And Luke Stone just successfully got the issue 6 of Hybrids. Great series. Really terrific series. Really loving it. And hope that it keeps going forever and ever. And that Nick Tucker has a lot of game supplements for it. So that'll work. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. Good morning to you, darling. Mwah, hope. And great interview last night, by the way, on Creative as Hale with Amy and John Hale. Last night on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And please subscribe to Amy Hale's YouTube channel. She could certainly use more subscribers, as could we all. And I want her to catch up with us. All right. And from the desk of a small press publisher, thanks again for Tuesday. Dude, thank you, man. Had a blast. I may have great news due to Lisa Malone soon. Oh, that's our darling. We love her. We love Lisa. And just need confirmation before I announce it from the desk of a small press publisher. Super. Yeah. Lisa's been super busy. And by the way, Lisa may or may not be on Nevermind the Furthermore, real soon, like on the 26th of this month. And she may be bringing a friend with her. A certain fire bitch may be coming with her too. So just to let you know for a few Mondays from now, okay? But anyway, that's great, Joe. Please keep us posted, and please feel free to share on our Rising Tide page, okay? And nice, Joe D. McPhee, says Carl Witzman. Oh, yeah. Scott Cracker says 1,000 words into this movie script. I think it's coming off all right. Still don't have a name for the protagonist, though. I just keep writing main character until I come up with something. You could do what a friend of mine did for his book. He sold one of the places in his first novel. He went on on Craigslist and said, who would like to be a killer, or who would like to be one of the victims? I can't remember which. And he got like $75 for it. It's something to do. And Cindy Cap may be lurking, says Nicholas Anthony Tucker, but her site is primed and rocking at CKOEPP.com. Please check that out. Cindy Cap writes an amazing free monthly newsletter, and it's worth reading. It's not only worth reading, I look forward to it every month. She is awesome. Plus, I love her books too. And keep an eye out for Animal Eye issue number 1 based on her current novel. And Joe D. Joe D. McPhee, this is where I get screwed up with you and Joe McKeel, but I will soldier on. Upon the ill-lighted and tempestuous night tide, says Joe McKeel, I perceive great abhorrent misery and desire to plod beneath a great stone and simply expire. Nevertheless, my barren kismet shall arouse my tormented body after the morning's cockcrow. Ooh, that's fancy words there. I like that. And Skullcracker says, free Joe Dog with the purchase of any medium-sized combo and drink. That's right. And operators are standing by. All this offer expires at midnight. Jackie Lawson says, if you come to the Peoria, we have to make a get-together happen. Hell yeah. Well, I'll keep you posted on what's going on with what's happening with the IABE. Right now, the tables are sold out, I understand, unfortunately. But maybe we can get together sometime during that event, all right? And I'll take a small then, Scott Crocker. Yeah, I'd like mine, I'd like supersized if I could. And I hear that Joe Dog is not house trained. he's not even earth trained. You know what I'm saying? And Scott Crocker, would you like fries or tots? Hey, tots are illegal in this state, pal. There's laws, you know. And Carl Witzman, tots sounds great. No, don't forget to like everyone. That's right. If you are, thank you, Carl, for that reminder. If you are watching us on YouTube, please like this video if you're enjoying any part of it so far. And please consider sharing and be sure to hit the notifications so that you know, so that two reasons. One, so you know whenever we post something new or are about to do a live show. And remember, every time you ring that bell, you help prevent tooth decay. So anyway, please, if you want clean teeth and a beautiful smile, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube. And if you're watching us on Facebook, please don't just like the video, which we appreciate all the 7 people that have liked or loved the video so far. But also, please like the page you're on if you haven't already. If you're watching on Kathy Jackson's books or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network or the Rising Tide Publications page. Now, my page doesn't need much liking. There's a little to like about it. But we do want to thank Luke Stone for liking this and the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Thank you. And Joe McKeel. And for the folks that love it, we love you right back. Cindy Cap, Keisha Acuff, Glenn B. Fleming, Christian Basil. Good to see you, sir. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., TyroneTonyReedJr.com. Check it out. Check out his brand new books. He's got 2 more coming out in the Soul Lad series. I'm excited, Tony. Good to see you. Hope you have a great weekend. And happy Easter to you, my friend. Happy Easter to you all. Scott Crocker continues. By the way, not that he needs any additional attention, but he's awesome as is. But Todd in the Shadows on YouTube did a review of the career of Rick Dees and his one-hit wonder, Disco Duck. Check it out. Oh my God, that sounds good. I love that song. I still have the 45 of it. Excuse me. That was a great show, and I liked his. He had a syndicated radio show for a long time too. That was a lot of fun. Joe Dog McKeel on YouTube says, "I have been known for my wit and wisdom to cause a nasal drink expulsion, but never did I think I'm not afraid of work. I could crawl right up beside it and go to sleep. Would be the best one for it." Yeah. I'm pretty fearless in that regard, too. And Glenn B. Fleming continues. This is my story, adapted from an extensive diary I kept whilst there and information from the historical record. If that isn't enough, as if that wasn't enough, he has added a selection of the 1,000 photographs he took depicting some of the most amazing sights I have ever seen. It's available on Amazon right now. Check it out, both Amazon UK and Amazon USA. So please check out the work of Glenn B. Fleming. Plus, he is working on the Indie Volt Revolt sequential art collection. And let's refresh the screen. They're looking for 50 backers right now. Not necessarily, a crap ton of money, but the more backers they get on this amazing project, then the more pages they're going to add to it. It's currently on Indiegogo right now. Look for the Indie, INDIE, Volt Revolt Sequential Art Collection. And you get a choice of covers. And Glenn B. Fleming has artwork in there as well as a number of other very, very talented creators. Please check it out. You'll be glad you did. And Scott Crocker says, because everybody here knows I love me some Rick Dees. And who could blame you, young man? That I like Rick Dees too. And Brian, I'm observing the day for sure, says Scott Crocker. I just don't see what's so good about it so far. It sucks. Well, one good thing is it's got to get over around 5 o'clock, I would hope. So anyway, and we've got 43 backers, and I think Randy needs like another 11 or so at this point to basically add more pages to this book. So please help him out there, because I want a copy. I'm going to get a copy. It's fully funded, by the way. It is fully funded. But right now, what they're really looking for are extra people, because that helps them out a lot. But anyway, Skunk, I hope your day does improve. And here he is, Christian Basil with "Arise, Friday Morris Monster, arise, fly us to the weekend into that place I love called the nightlife. This place makes my body want to boogie on the tempt of the disco round. Oh yeah, I want some action. I want to live. Action makes me so much to give. I need a towel now. Oh yes. I think it's the only way we can do music on here without a copyright claim. But anyway, Christian, check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, 6 p.m. on Tuesday nights. Our our brother from another planet, checks out all things Gallifreyan, and it's always a good time. Last episode was really fun where we talk about companions, but with a twist. What if they were working with another doctor? What kind of villainy would they encounter? And the Legend Traveling Tar says, we have a thumbs down. Someone wake up the Dark Mistress. Hey, whoever gave us the thumbs down, you can change your mind. That's all right. And if you don't change your mind, we won't show up in your search arguments probably too much anymore, and you're welcome to leave. Anyway, thank you and goodbye. Carl Westman, just some attention-seeking sad person. Just ignore them. Yeah. And Joe Dog McKeel says, 7 years ago today, a Coke bottle changed my life. I have not been pain-free since, unless heavily medicated. Sorry for the downer, but the best part is I am no longer a slave to a time clock, except Thursday nights at 9 and Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Then his eager public awaits him, and he must appease their cravings. Anyway, Joe Dog, we're glad you're with us, though, man. That's the important part, man. And you still got the best part of you working. And insomnia hit poor Nicholas Tucker. So I reread Eyes to the Sky and Small Arms, nothing like novellas of sci-fi and horror. So check it out. Those are written by the one, the only Nicholas Anthony Tucker, who is a great, great talent. Check out what he's got on Amazon. He is amazing. You have my word on it. And let's see, Ryan Permisson, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for sharing our stuff. I appreciate it. And thank you for your new subscription to my channel. I sincerely appreciate it. I got to return the favor. Anyway, he says, happy Friday, Nevermorians. How are you? Check out the latest episode of the podcast, Talkin' Movies, on Anchor FM, episode 92. Check him out. Brian's a great broadcaster. He's got a lot of fantastic content. You must check it out. And subscribe to the channel today, Nerd Culture Channel, for great nerdy content. And that is true. The Federal Trade Commission would not allow him to say anything else. And thank you to Lee Reese and Ryan Permisson for sharing this video. Please share this video if you would, please. It helps us a lot. And it's good for our fragile ego. And speaking of my fragile ego, there's my sweetheart with the covfefe.
Summers is here.
Oh, okay. Tell him to shut up. I'm broadcasting. Anyway, love you. Hey, if you want to close that door, they don't make too much noise, right?
It should be strictly air conditioning check.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you. And you know where the filters are if they need them, right?
Right, but we've changed it relatively recently.
I think in November, yeah. I think they did last fall. So anyway, thanks, honey. We have our local AC people that come through like twice a year to check our heating and our AC, and they're here right now. So welcome to Summers Plumbing. And they haven't bought any ad space on here, so that's the only damn mention they get today. But no, they're real nice and they really know their work. So I'm really happy to have them here. And to keep our unit working. You know what I'm saying, Christian? Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying, brother. And Lacey Lemke is rolling her eyes going, at Nightmare Oasis, Lacey Lemke, my first book, but not her last. I have so much happening courtesy of all my wonderful partners. Rising Tide lifted some boats in my direction, and the results are amazing. Well, sweetheart, you are totally Rising Tide. I love you. I do. And this is going to be your year, sweetie. I just know it. And I can't wait till we get out and all of us get our shots and we can start hugging again, because I'm stockpiling a bunch for Lacey, and Lacey's going, oh God, no, sweet God in heaven, no. I don't care if Brian's had his shots; he's still prone to rabies and distemper. But anyway, please check out Lacey Lemke. Seriously, she is a frightening girl. I love her so much. Page 19 brought a group of writers up short, shall we say, in a show we did one time. It was glorious. Anyway, please check out her work. She is wonderful. And Joe, did a Coke bottle fall from the heavens and you had to take it back to the home of the gods? Asked Carl Witzman. Yeah, it's true. I remember that film. That was a great one. And thank you, Ryan Permisson. As always, brother, you are the best. And Carl Witzman says, sorry to make light of it, Joe. I feel you on the pain. Yeah. I admit, when I moved here, or actually into this house, not long after we got settled in, I developed back problems. I don't know what it was, but It took me about a year to work them out. So anyway, filters should be changed every 3 months. Change them. Yes, sir. And even the ones in Photoshop. What? Anyway, Ryan Permesson, always looking for awesome people to be guests on And I Quote Live Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Sign up at that calendar there. Check them out. Please check it out. Ryan runs a great show, and I urge all of my creative friends here, Lacey, Carl, Carly, Glenn, everybody, please check out that link and get on Ryan's show. He's on the Hanging with Web Show Network, and it's got a lot of reach, and you might sell a book or two. And Joe Dog McKeel, after events of the last year, I asked, got room in your handbasket or want to ride in mine? And I'm a Moody Blues guy, riding my seesaw. Anyway, Glenn B. Fleming says you'll find everything you'll ever need of his on Amazon.uk. Also, he's got stuff on the Amazon America.com site. Please check out the work of Glenn B. Fleming because he's awesome. And any book recommendations, send him links via direct messenger on Facebook. Yes, Ryan is looking to expand his repertoire of other books to read, and I've sent him a couple, and hope you'll send yours too. And also, by the way, this week something really amazing happened. My week started, in all honesty, my week started out rather badly. And if you had gotten my newsletter, if you'd signed up for my newsletter, you'd know what it was. Also on my Patreon account, I've shared it with them. Actually, cinnamon, pumpkin spice, yay. It's going over my ulcer. Anyway, but no, I have a spot in my stomach where I had an ulcer back in the mid-'70s. And every now and then it reminds me it's still there because the hot coffee felt it going and sliding around the stomach. Then it, bam, hit that one point. But anyway, one thing that helped bring my week back to even keel was the knowledge that this book here won an award. We ran a spot for it at the top of the show. And this is... let me get rid of, there we go. Pulp Reality. This is from Stormgate Press, Charles F. Millhouse's outfit. And the first issue of it won the Pulp Factory Awards. That's kind of like the Oscars of pulp, new pulp writing. Excuse me. And while we congratulate all the winners, richly deserved, all of you, very proud of this because I'm in it. And gotten a lot of good reviews on all the stories in here for a good reason. And second issue is nearing completion, actually. Charles gave an update this morning. He's really making fast progress on it. But anyway, Pulp Reality is an anthology of great adventure action stories. And it's got work by, let's get in here. But anyway, this won two awards, not just one, but two. Damien Aviles won for that amazing cover there. And how pulp is that, right? And also the magazine itself won for Best Anthology of the Year. It is really cool. But it's got stories by Bobby Nash, Clyde Hall, me, Charles F. Millhouse, Kelly Lynn Austin, Pete Lutz, and Rick Bradley, with artwork by Lawrence Everett, Lance Footer, Candace Camilleri, Clayton Merwin, Stephen Burks, Damien Aviles again, Ted Davies, our own Ted Davies, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful book. Great first issue. And the second issue shaping up pretty well, too. So please check it out on Amazon, all right? And we are inexplicably caught up with your comments. It is feeling like a lazy day today. I think I could use a lazy day myself. And I got a message here from someone. It's kind of important, so I do need to. Okay. All right. Excellent. It's just confirmation of a phone call I have to make this afternoon. A friend of mine's needing some help. And let's see. Okay, we're back on the air. And let's see. If we have to do a half-hour show today, I'm up for it. So please, if you have any comments, please leave them right now. And also, I know what to do. I want to do something here. Let's run some other people's spots here. Here's someone we don't run enough spots of.
Author Cindy Kepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kepp at C KOEPP.com today.
Check out Cindy's work. She is amazing. And also she has a Patreon page. Look for CKOEPP there too. And and remember, there's two P's there, Christian. PP. Cindy also has a website, ckoepp.com, where you can sign up for a free monthly newsletter. And like I said, it's a great read. It really is. And I don't make any money off of recommending it. And Carl Witzman, the plumbers are here. Carl, get in there and plumb. Anyway, good luck, guys. Seriously, good luck. And from the desk of a small press publisher, just realized Brian sent out his monthly newsletter on yesterday. If you have signed up for it, ask him about it while he is still alive. Yes, you can sign up right there. There is a link at the top of my webpage there at risingtide.pub where you can sign up for it. Or if you have Facebook Direct Messenger, send me your email address, and I promise we will not share it with anyone. Hope you checked out the secret links. I was really happy with them this month. Every month we have 2 secret links that you have no idea where you're what rabbit hole I'm pushing you into. We have had things like reenactments of the 1938 Panic broadcast with similar results in Buffalo, New York, and also marble racing, miniature slot car race, or not slot car reallys, but anyway, die-cast metal races. Thank you, Joe Dog McKeel, for that. And other things of interest. We found a music video. If you're a fan of WandaVision, you'll want to check it out. I was greatly amused by them. And what else? We have all kinds of stuff. And plus, and Cookie, teased me this morning that my video to my newsletter subscribers. See, I also put in a video in there too, where I talk about what's going on, and a lot apparently is going on because I talked for about 24 minutes, which is, I think, the longest one yet. I always intended it to be about 10 minutes, but it hasn't been working out. Anyway, yay, says Carl Witzman. Maybe they'll finish today and we can shower. Oh, please. We hope that you all can shower. If nothing else, come over to my house. I've got a shower. Cindy Cap says, you can't end yet. I can't go on break. Okay, people, this is for Cindy now. And Nick Tockard says, so, Brian, what do you get when you get hit with an idea that is brilliant, but you aren't sure what to do with it? That's a great question, Nick. First, I question how good the idea is if I don't have a use for it. I do tend to write them down and store them away, and I know that they're in the back of my mind and they will put themselves together. For instance, I was working and this is something I shared with my my Patreon people. I just uploaded Santastein for the $10 level, and that a downloadable PDF and on my Patreon page, and I mentioned in there that Santastein was not originally intended to be my first real paperback. My first book was called Bloodshot the Coldest Warrior, and it was based on the Valiant Comics character. I had a license for it through the Kindle Worlds system, where they license various IPs from other authors and companies and allowed other people to make basically paid fanfic out of it. And that was my first publication. And I wanted to follow it up. And I just read a book from 1894 called A Man of Mysteries. I'm blank. I cannot remember the author's name right now, but it was a public domain, still is a public domain book. And it was about a man named Jonathan Cain, just like the keyboard player from Journey. Jonathan Cain, who was basically a spiritualist debunker. And spiritualism was very big in the latter part of the 19th century going into the 21st. In fact, even up to the time of the Great Depression, spiritualism was a huge thing, and practically was a religion unto itself. Unfortunately, there were a lot of dirty players in the game. And this guy was kind of like a combination of Harry Houdini and Sherlock Holmes, but I didn't think it was very well written, but I like the basic, there were some aspects of the character that I really appreciated. And I started to write a book, and it was based on, I used to work for a company in LA that did audio plays, and we didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. But I started to write I wrote a play, and unfortunately, due to time limitations, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to transitions like I do now. And there were some loose ends, and I thought, well, I'll just put it back, and one day I'll revisit it sometime. And I thought, well, this would be a good time to expand that maybe. And I started to, but I realized after a point I ridden myself into a corner, because I realized that the transition, there were some aspects of it that weren't holding up right, especially as I researched the period more and more. So I put that aside. But I will say, we will never see that draft, because unfortunately that's on an old hard drive of mine that went kablooey. So I don't think I have a copy of that anymore. So I have to start fresh. And I actually went back and I amplified certain things. And hopefully one day I'll be able to start a series of books about Sebastian Cole, who I like even more. And we'll talk about him some other time. But that was, something. Then I turned to a 10-minute play I had called Santastein that I tried to get produced in the Chicago area. And nobody wanted it because it was quite irreverent, as anyone who's read Santastein can tell you. So that's the long answer, that eventually all ideas can come good, because I don't remember the name of the psychological process, but it's something like you drop the idea in the back of your head and let your subconscious work it out. Like, for instance, I mentioned Bloodshot the Coldest Warrior. I now have a story for it that I can reuse the story. The Kindle Worlds project, unfortunately, came to an end about 3 years ago. And it's a shame, because there were some really good books in there that were being published. Jim Beard did 2 or 3 G.I. Joe stories. Tom King, who was the previous writer on the Batman comic book, is currently doing what is it, the New Gods, I think it is. Or no, he's doing a new Watchmen series, Rorschach. He's doing Rorschach, and he's done things like Mr. Miracle and a beautiful run on the Walmart Superman magazine. But anyway, he did some really terrific Harbinger books based on the Valiant comics series. But I own the copyright to the book, but I can't really do anything because I don't have the licensing to use like their logos and such. So I'm reluctant to do that. But I have a new character in mind that I'm going to use, and I will be able to reuse the storyline. Carl Weston says, right now they are pumping out the groundwater that collected overnight, so there's about 30 minutes before work commences. Oh man. Oh, that's a basement thing, huh? Eek. Good luck, Carl and Carly. All great ideas begin with a single thought, says Joe Dog McKeel. So dream. Oh, the things my mind comes up, and when I am bored, be afraid. Be very, very afraid. Yeah, probably the same feeling of terror is when I tell Cookie, hey, Cookie, I've got a new idea for a book. So anyway, and here come the comments. Thank you, folks. And Trevor Hawkins, so that would be holy water, right, Dark Pope? Yeah, except you don't want to be baptized in this stuff, I suspect. We have 3 guys out there today, so today, maybe, just maybe, let's hope. Let's all send the good vibes to Carl and Donna and hope they have a good, not just a good Friday, but a great Friday. They'll update us tonight in the green room, I'm sure. And Trevor Hawkins says you should bottle it for the unwashed imposters. There you go. And if we get to shower Trevor, it'll be a very holy evening. And Trevor Hawkins is grinning. And I mean, even then, Brian, he will just stop the show whenever he wants, regardless of what everyone else on the panel thinks, says Skunk Rocker. And here I am trying to give you more for your money. You guys paid good money to be here, I'm sure. I'm not seeing a penny of it, but I'm sure you guys have paid the admission, and you deserve at least an hour from me. Scott Crocker says, that comment was about Joe being a time clock slave. I just realized how far behind I better start catching up. Yeah, me too, man. I'm 3 minutes behind. And I should treasure the fact that I caught up at 10:30, right? Oh, I have a few uses, says Nicholas Anthony Tucker. I bet you do, young man. I just bet you do. See, when I get close to completing a big project, I get swamped with new ideas to distract me. Oh, God, I thought it was just me. I have a B-grade movie or an alternate continuation of the Storming the Gates of Heck, Part 2. And then this. I know. There's, and it's like, I thought I was going to get a couple of short stories off my plate after finishing the first draft of The Terrors. And then all of a sudden I get another short story opportunity. I'm like, well, I can't pass this up now, can I? And then, yeah, I hear you. And shut up, Trevor. Just shut up. I am not going to say that. I am not going to say that. I know better than that. We'll never get out of here. Skunk Rocker says, make me. That's right, Skunk. You tell him. And William Samuel Quinton, good to see you. Hey, Brian, shoot me a message later when you have time. Okay. Let me... Okay. Making sure I spell your name right. Okay. Or shoot me a message. You know where I am. Anyway, and I can't reach that far, says Trevor Hawkins. Joe Dog McKeel says, I am still patiently waiting for that wisdom that supposedly comes with old age. Joe Dog, I'm ahead of you in the age race, and I it seems to have overlooked me as well. So, but one remains optimistic. Jeffrey Hayes, good to see you. PlasmaFireGraphics.com. Check it out. Good morning, Brian, and all you Nevermorians. Hope you make it a great day and that greatness extends through the weekend. For those who celebrate them, a happy Good Friday and a happy Easter to you. Same to you, Jeff. Hope you and your family have a super, super Easter. And don't forget, check out PlasmaFireGraphics.com and their Facebook page when the look of your book matters to you. And Jeff just cobbled together a book for my what was my Patreon offering. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's good to go as it is. And he's just like, I just put this thing together. And it's like, wow, holy cats, it's amazing. And Nick Tockard says, this isn't holy water, it's just water from a hole. That's right. That's right. Yes, and its darkness will pull the darkness from your soul and ignore the smell. We shall save the water from our shower for anyone who put a down thumb on this show. Yeah, you get as an enema after he takes it off the stove. And Dark Pope, that is appropriate, says Trevor Hawkins. And there she is, the charming, delightful Willow Schuyler. Mwah! Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Willow, for all you do for us on this channel. We do appreciate you so much. And please check out Willow Schuyler's Willow's Pillow Talk, hopefully coming soon to a computer near you. And Rick Bradley, good morning, Nevermorians. Rick, you did great last night on Creative as Hail with Amy and John and Teresa. It was a good show. I'm almost finished with it. I stayed up late to watch it. And howdy Willow, says Trevor. And Joe Dog McKeel says, I would like to get some stuff done today, but the possum of procrastination is laying on my chest. I saw that creature. I've seen that thing many a time, but I usually don't see the front end of him. But anyway, it's true. Hi, Trevor. How goes it? Oh, Willow and Trevor. This is going to be so much fun. Those two get to know each other. They're good people. And Nicholas Anthony Tucker, gentle folks of gray or gone guild, if you doubt your wisdom, simply observe teens and 20-somethings. I can't without crying. Nick Tucker says, saving bathwater, Carl. Who are you? Delphine? They could get something going here. And Willow, I just spilled peppermint sauce all over, says Carl Witzman. Oh, and Willow's thinking, oh, bless your little heart, I'm not falling for that again. Problem is, he spilled it from the inside, Willow. He thought of you, and, well, you know what happens. Anyway. And let's see, and things are mostly okay, says Trevor Hawkins. Well, that's better than usual, Trevor. So right now, that's not the right button. Let's check out. Let's see, who shall we promote? Just a guess. Oh, I know. Here we go. This is for you, Christian Basil.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Please check them out every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. on the Hanging with the Web Show Network and also on Wizard World. Check out that great show. It was a lot of fun last Tuesday with myself and Cindy Kapp and a whole bunch of other wonderful people as we talked about the Doctor's Companions, our favorites. And a random roll of the die to determine what doctor they would work in our next adventure. So anyway, please check it out. All right. And right now you may be experiencing a little pixelation in my picture. We are having some sort of issue with the internet in this neighborhood. But anyway, Willow Schuyler says Donna's in charge of cleaning that mess up. Oh yeah, good luck enforcing that, Willow. And peppermint sauce. Yeah, that's what we're calling it. And you're kidding, right? Willow says Carl Wisman, Donna's not cleaning up my mess. Oh, no kidding. Anyway. So anyway, we're caught up again. And, I am having some connection is unstable. There's a new feature for StreamYard users up by the clock when you go live. To the right of it, if there's any sort of weakening in your signal, it will tell you whether you're that you've got it, that you're to also plug in to your router or get closer to it. And I'm about 2.5 feet from the router, and I've got a cord in there right now. It's 2.5 feet away. I need it to be. It's precariously balanced on a box. Carl, we do need to get together. We really do. So anyway, if you are seeing a diminishing of sound or picture quality, that is why. And Scott Crocker says, okay, well, I guess I did get some good news today. Apparently they're finally taking me seriously on my stress levels at work. Dude, from the way you've talked, I'm surprised you haven't snapped yet. I do hope they listen to you. But anyway, when Willow and Carl mentioning cleaning up the mess in the basement, Carleen, of course, says, excuse me? I don't think anyone farted. Anyway, connection is not stable, says Carl Witzman, not to mention most of the audience. That is true, but that's what's endearing about all of us. And it's about time they woke up, skunks. Seriously, truth on that. And Willow Schuyler says, hands Carl a roll of toilet paper and a wet cloth. Oh, and Scott Crocker might have something to do with on Monday me having a panic attack, but that's beside the point anyway. No, dude, that is the point. And Cindy Cap says, the need to do this fast. Okay, the need to do this fast. Okay, thank you, Cindy. And Scott Crocker says, apparently in about a week or two, possibly two, they're going to move me to a shorter route with less stressful BS on it, and no more of this working 12 plus hours a day. That's good. Excuse me. I know what you do is stressful, dude. You don't need 12 hours of it, that's for sure. I'm sure the pay can't be that good. And Cindy Capper reminds everyone that you should go to Smashwords because I'm on there. And also Amazon. Thank you, Cindy. And while you're there, please get my books. I think you'll enjoy them. They're awesome. Also do a search because I'm also in other anthologies such as Malicious Mysteries from GCD Publishing, where this one is based on an old legend from Danville, Illinois about Al Capone. And this one is by Jim Beard and John C. Bruni. I'm really excited about it. I love this one. He'll find the truth or die trying. Quest for the Space Gods. Please check that out. I'm really happy with that book. And of course, the award-winning Pulp Reality #1. Please get this book from Stormgate Press. So just do a search for my name. You'll come up with my Amazon sales page, and you'll also see a bunch of books I'm in. Please check them out. And 12-hour days are grueling, skunk. Yeah. Excuse me. I remember I would have to work 12-hour days sometimes when I worked at Office Depot. And after about 10, the customer service desk would be calling management in the back saying, can you come get Brian? Can you find someone to replace him? He's getting cranky. So anyway, wow. Oh, my throat's going. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, Michael Greenberg, good morning to you. Hope all is well, sir. And Scott Crocker says, well, that's good because having extra time will be nice. And the only problem being I'll have to get up at 4 a.m. every day, but hey, I'll have a more consistent schedule, and that will be nice. Now, there's something about getting up really early. I did it for years with Cookie when her job required it. And there is something nice about it, although I am enjoying right now sleeping in till about 8. That is really sweet. And Wolf! Cindy cries wolf because she knows Amanda Tucker writes about a coy wolf. It's very entertaining, and you will love it. And you can learn to defend yourself with the help of Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tucker and his great books on Amazon. Please check them out. Scott Cracker says, oh, this sucks. Stuck behind a wood chipper truck that won't go any faster than 25 miles an hour. It's 55 through here. Just remind them it's the pedal on the right. Just push it and watch the glorious results. And this is why this route sucks. I can't do it anymore, and why I'm glad they're apparently going to be moving me, because I can't stand this guy's holding me up. I got stuff to do. Move! Damn it. That's right. And Roll Cruise's art can be seen at artstation.com. To see more, sign up for her newsletter and on Patreon. Excuse me. Yes, please check out ckoepp.com for her amazing free monthly newsletter, and that comes out the 25th of every month like clockwork. And check her out on Patreon. Patreon is a great place to support your favorite creators on a consistent monthly basis, and even $1. You can't believe how much $1 helps us per month. Just figure out your comfort level, and you get stuff for it. It's like Kickstarter, but constant rewards. We just don't give you one thing and we're done with you. I have a weekly blog, and Cindy is constantly updating her life, which is really cool to see. So please check it out, www.patreon.com. And mine just happens to be Brian K. Morris, all one word, lowercase. And Cindy's is at ckoepp.com. But look at the people there. They all have Patreons too. And please consider supporting them, all right? So anyway, let's get back to your wonderful comments. And let's see, here we go. And Cindy Cap reminds us, we got one more before that. There, we got to Roll Cruz, who's doing a great job on Animal Eye, the comic book. And Joe Dog McKeel, I've learned my old boss died. I guess that is one grave that'll never grow any grass. Yeah. I understand. And Dazzardly Dingoes, there's their YouTube channel on YouTube. Please check it out. They just passed 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations to them. And it's because they've got great content every week. Plus, they have specials on comic art and everything. You'll love their channel. It is so cool. And Brian Rodman is one quarter of our panel on Comic Book Spectrum, and we had a great time last night, and hope you will too when you watch it again. And there she is, Caitlin M. Stewart. Mwah! It's just the pedal on the right. You just hang with me, Caitlin. I got quips for every occasion. I'm telling you, it just never seems to run out. Damn it. Anyway, Caitlin, love you. Mwah! Hope you and the Randys are doing well. Glenn B. Fleming, back in 1977, I worked a 12-hour shift and followed it with another 24 hours. I fell asleep in the bus stop. Holy cats. Yeah, I used to work in a bakery, and I would sometimes have to put in 12-hour days, and that was not fun. The only thing I liked about it was that I didn't have to talk to people. Occasionally, one of the restaurant people would come in and say hello, and I'm like, that's fine, now go. But the thing was, it was an overnight shift, and I kind of dug that. I got used to that after a while. But there were some patrons that had it in their tiny little brains, wherever they located them, was that the only good donuts were ones that came like literally out of the fryer into their hands, dripping with hot oil. And I had people coming back there and saying, well, I need to get a donut right now. I said, well, they're in the counter, go pay for it. And they'd be like, no, I got to get it right now. And they wouldn't leave. And finally I had to tell the manager, I said, you keep them out of here. They're in my way and they're slowing me down. And the guy's like, well, they're my favorite patrons, and, they want fresh donuts. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll try to get the stuff out as fast as I can. But the longer they delay me, you're paying me for it. And so that ended that. So anyway, Cindy Cap says you can do magic if you check out John Pica, johnpica.com. John, wherever you are, we love you. And check out his show tomorrow, Back at the Cereal Box, Saturday mornings at, no, it's not. Yes, tomorrow. I'm losing track of the days. This 5 days a week broadcasting starting to get to me again. But anyway, check them out tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. Central, Back of the Cereal Box for some great conversation and Saturday morning memories. And here we go. Rick Bradley says, if you haven't watched the rerun of Creative as Hail from last night, you definitely should. Teresa Dunn and I were grilled by Amy and John. There's even a cameo by my oldest child. Oh my God. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm almost done with it though. Nicholas Stocker says, be careful with 12s and 16s and switch shifts. It can permanently damage your sleep cycles. Yeah. Mine was pretty messed up for a while after I was trying to get back onto days. Cindy Cap says, become part of the legend. They're on YouTube. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, a great show. You'll love it, Whovians. And I'm going to wait for this line to die down before I go, says Joe Dog McKeel. Yeah, I hear you. And Cindy Cap says, get some fun stuff here with Amy Hale. Not only is she a great interviewer with Creative as Hale on Thursday nights at 8, she is also an amazing author, and she's just finished up a at least the first draft on her brand new psychological thriller novel. I'm really looking forward to reading that. Carl Whitson says, well, I guess I should go check on the Roto-Rooter dudes and see what's happening. Everyone have a great day, and we will see the best of you tonight in a green room. Well, I guess that automatically lets me out. Oh, well, I was hoping. Anyway, Carl, you have a great day. You and Carly, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. And maybe you should fertilize it, Joe. There's plenty of fertilizer to be had because there's plenty of us that are full of... Anyway, let's go. Cindy Cap says, check out the newest. Michaela Jade, her brand new book dropped this week. That made my heart beat glad. Like I said, I had a crappy start to the week, but it got perked up when I saw that Michaela got her newest book out. The trilogy is out. Check it out on Amazon. And very poetic, Teresa Dunn. That's our girl there. Thank you, Cindy. Check out Poetry Expressions 1 and 2. And Scott Crocker says, yeah, Brian, I work on 2 gears when it comes to waking up in the morning. If I get up really super early, like 3, I'm fine. After that, I don't want to get up until like 9 or 10. I hear you. There are just like certain hours of the very, very early morning where it's like, okay, everything's firing up now. I think it has to do with the sleep cycle. You don't consistently, you aren't in one state, then into another, then you stretch into the REM state, and then you come back down, and then you wake up. It's like the sleep cycle. I was reading fairly recently, like most people's sleep cycles are 90 to 120 minutes, and it occurs like, that's when you wake up maybe to go to the bathroom, hopefully between those cycles, so you can go back to sleep immediately. That's useful for me getting up in the middle of the night, for obvious reasons. I don't wear my pod catheter to bed. It hurts, but yeah, there's kind of a science behind it. I'm only just now at my advanced age looking into it. Eric Hawkins says, we are back again for issue 3 of the Zombieful World of Oz. Sign up now to be notified when the Kickstarter launches in 3 weeks. Please check that out. Issue 3 promises to be fantastic. And I believe this is the one where Eric says if he can't make you cry by the end of it, he hasn't done his job right. So there is adventure galore, very character driven. And, also you'll get a chance to get issues 1 and 2 of my favorite comic book right now. Eric, I'm not just saying that because Eric's my buddy. Eric is putting together some superior material, better than a lot of stuff out there in the market, and I'm including the big 2. So please check him out. And sign up for right now. He's got almost 60 people signed up for that launch, and I think you need to be one of them. Cindy Cap says, if you missed CromCon, you can match the replay on YouTube on the Comic Madness with Pops Van Zandt, also Comic Madness and Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt. Please check it out. It was a good time. Joe Dog McKeel says, don't care enough to give them any skunk. And Skunk Cracker says, the best of us, Carl knows we'll be at our absolute worst. That's what the green room is for. And Joe Dog McKeel's having a good morning. He says, just call me Honey Badger. Okay, Skunk, go pet him on the belly and see what happens. And City Cap says, Omaha QuadCon Comics and Toy Show, April 17th and 18th. And she's going to be there with her sci-fi books, fantasy, and game-lit books, along with her dungeons and her, or excuse me, not dungeons, I'm so a gamer, her dragons and Martians. No, usually it's Carl's got a dungeon right now. It's filled with water. But anyway, please check out Cindy at QuadCon. She is amazing, and please support her. She is awesome. Check her out on Amazon, too. And I'd rather not, says Skunk Crocker. I don't like badgers. Everyone looks at badgers like they're the bobcat version of skunks, and they're not. They're jerks. Yeah, this week, speaking of Badger, one of my favorite comic book characters was one called the Badger. From originally Capital Comics and then First Comics. It's moved around to Dark Horse and such. But anyway, it's a creation of Mike Barron, a great comic book writer and now turned novelist. And he's just written his first Badger novel. I'm really looking forward to tearing into that some year because I've got a lot of books ahead of him. But anyway, Scott Crocker says, and besides what I was saying, we'll take a dump on his grave, bring extra toilet paper, and eat the crystals first with a K. That's apparently I know what crystals are. They're like they create sliders of their own. And Animal Eye is coming soon to a Kickstarter near you, May 6th. Oh, Cindy, that is exciting. That is so cool. And don't forget to tip your host. Thank you, Cindy. And if you we do have a tip jar if you want to make avail of it. And it is PayPal. I need to make a banner for it. I haven't done that yet. It is paypal.me/Rising Tide BKM. Rising Tide and BKM are all capitalized. Upper, lower, Rising Tide, all caps on BKM. Anyway, I got to get that banner up there again. I left it behind when I left the old place. But anyway, please, and also don't forget our Patreon, where you can subscribe us for you can subscribe to our stuff, and we give you stuff in return. It is glorious. It is a totally symbiotic relationship. And hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, Cookie was off all this week. There are problems in the automotive industry. There's a kind of chip that is necessary for the operation of the car. And unfortunately, because of the coronavirus, or the Myshorona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic, the chip, the factory that made the majority of these chips burned down. I think it's in Japan or somewhere. And then also there was a drain on these chips from the computer and radio and, iPad industries, the stuff that kept us sane relatively during the early parts of the pandemic. Cookie's been off work for the last week, and and we still haven't gotten our tax returns yet either, and it's been almost 2 months. It's being held up for some reason, but so anyway, that's been exciting. It's been a week. It's been a week. So anyway, we have enjoyed being home, though, having her home and working on stuff together. That's been quite a treat. Anyway, Trevor Hawkins, honey badgers just don't care. That's true. And Pops Van Zandt from Facebook, he's here. And he's there. He's back on the air. Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt. We were just talking about you, fella. Hope you're having a good morning so far. And Cindy Cap, when I'm teaching, I work 16 hours a day, 6 days a week for 10 months a year. Gah, you cannot know how much happier I am these days. Having been raised by teachers and married by teachers and palling around teachers, I do know. There is no amount of money enough for you guys doing that kind of work. And I'm glad you're happier now, Cindy. Joe Dog McKeel, I get you. And Honey Badger doesn't give a shit. Okay. Still doesn't. And Cindy kept us sign up for Rising Tides newsletter. It has cool info and fun links. I hope you enjoyed the links this month. I was pretty happy with them, especially the WandaVision one. And if you want to sign up for my free monthly newsletter, go to risingtide.pub, and you'll see it at the top of the page where you can sign up for the monthly newsletter. It's absolutely free, and we do not give your contact information away. Or you can send me a message via Facebook Direct Messenger, and we will get you signed up for it, okay? And we do not give out your name, so no spam due to us, all right? And Eric Hawkins says, yes, you will cry when blank, 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 then again when blank, 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 blank. Apparently, the next issue of the Zombieful World of Oz will be redacted to a large degree, or at least until then. So please check it out. It's going to be a fantastic bookend. Spoilers, says Skunk Rocker. And Badger. Davies. I tend to badger people too. And speaking of furry creatures, says the Skunk Rocker, can that groundhog be a little more specific about when that 6 weeks of winter is supposed to be? I'd like to know why we're getting it in the middle of the spring. Yeah, it's like somebody posted on Facebook yesterday that I saw that winter will be over by April 1st. April Fools! And Trevor finds that amusing. And Cindy Cap says, and my morning break is done. But you got to hear part of it live. This is good. I'll catch up with y'all later. In the meantime, go check out the many podcasts everywhere that everyone here does. I'll be visiting the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully back on the Cereal Box tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern. Thank you for being here, Cindy. Mwah. Thank you for leaving lurker mode just for us, and now she's back. Lurker mode engaged. Anyway, Cindy, mwah, have a great weekend and a happy Easter and Good Friday to you, darling. And hi, everyone. Glad to be back. Glad to have you here, Pops Fans, and hope all is well. And not redacted, it will be a Mad Lib. There we go. We all need to do Mad Libs. Of course, I don't think we can use the term Mad Libs. We'll have to come up with something new. But, like Carl and Carly get up early and have a glass of a hot steaming glass of fill in the blank before lighting up a fill in the blank, and then go into their basement and try to blank the blank in hopes that they can use it again as a blank. So there we go. See, this stuff writes itself. And from the desk of a small press publisher, Eric sounds like he was on a Gene Rayburn episode of Match Game. That's right. That's right. And and I can see it now. Carly is our Brett Summers. Carl Witzman can be our Charles Nelson Riley. Probably Skunk Rocker will be Richard Dawson. I will probably be like the starlet sitting next to him on the right, the Joanne Flug or one of those, yes. So anyway, please check that out. And wait a minute, Brian is caught up on the comments at 11:10. No way, yeah way. And Bad Libs, there we go. Trevor Hawkins, we are onto it. And I was about to make a Howard Stern reference, and then I realized it was probably a bad idea. It depends on how accurately you quote him, I suspect. And Carly Colleen, yeah, I am so Brett. Yeah, you were the first person I thought of for that. But the thing is, Brett Summers, I liked her on this Match Game, but you know where I really liked her? She was on a remake in the 70s of Perry Mason. Not Raymond Burr, not the eventual movies that came back with Raymond Burr and all those, and William Catt and all those great people. But this is a brand new series of it, and it only lasted like one summer, but it was Monty Markham as Perry, and Brett Summers played like a secretary, not Della, didn't play Della, but played another secretary. I don't think she played Della, but she was in this revival. She was terrific. She was really fantastic in it. And Skunk Rocker says, if everyone remembers in Private Parts of the movie when he did the Match Game, oh my God, I haven't seen Private Parts in ages. And that sounded better in my head before I said that. You know what I mean. And Skunk Rocker said, yes, of course, I'm the guy that claimed that chain smoked and drinks whiskey the entire time. Oh, everyone should have a dream. Everyone should have a dream. And Bill Sarton, good to see you, brother. And TGIF to the Freaky Fezzy, Fuzzy Fez Man, and all the fantastic Friday Morians. Count your blessings just because. And today's a great day to do it with Good Friday. And I hope, Bill, you have a great Good Friday and a terrific Easter, my friend. And hashtag bring cookie home. Working on it every day, buddy. Working on it every day. And I loved her on The Odd Couple. I did too, Carly. Yeah, well, at the time she's married to Jack Klugman, I believe, right? And I could see it. That's one of those pairings like you and Carl and me and Cookie. It's like, who else could be that right for each other? And Philip Thompson, anyone know how to add more categories to Amazon before their book is even on Amazon? Philip, you have to wait till the book is on Amazon and then follow the directions I gave you, okay? And Nick Tucker says, City Cap is an amazing supporter and one of my Patreon supports, says Nicholas Anthony Tucker, just like Brian. Yes, I am. I'm proud of it. As low as $1 a month can help and get your early access to videos, polls, and surprises at www.patreon.com/the Historical Fencing Guild. That's true. Yeah, that's something we need to be mindful of. For instance, my Patreon, of course, is my name. And my professional name, Brian K. Morris, as opposed to my real name, which is Brian K. Morris. Because otherwise I'd never remember the damn thing. But also, people like John Pica is the Impossibilist. Yours is the Historical Fencing Guild. We must be mindful to tell each other to look for the name rather than our name when it's apropos. Like Anna Maria Salvaggio, who's going to be on an upcoming Clever Tile Penny. You'll fall in love with her. She is so great, creative and so gracious. You'll love her. She's great. And but she goes by the name Romelian. That's the name on the card you see, because that's what she likes. So anyway, please check it out. Please support Nicholas Tockert. And kudos to Nick. When this pandemic started, Nick told his Patreon subscribers, you can use that money someplace else. It's better spent there. And it didn't work out. I think a couple people did drop Nick, but I heard that and I said, not me, buddy. So I signed up. So anyway, please, Patreon is a good place. And I'm not saying it just because I receive not just financial but emotional support from my Patreon friends, but also it's a great attaboy, and it has helped us a lot. I know Amy Hills has been helped too with her Patreon subscribers, and it's in terms of we had to have a couple computer repairs that our patrons um they helped us pay for them, and it was greatly appreciated. They are also helping us pay currently for our StreamYard license. We have the professional level, and it's because of them that we got it. So we thank everyone on our Patreon list. Like I said, this list here is there are subscribers on Patreon, and they have their own pages, so please turn around and give them some love too. Like I said, just $1 a month, that's $12 a year. Many people spend more than that on coffee every week, which is not a bad thing. But anyway, please check it out, and please check out your favorite creators on Patreon and see all the cool stuff you can get for it. And oh man, says the Skunk Rocker, I've got so much to do today, and I can hear the totes in the back smacking into each other. Oh man. Well, drive safely, dude. Drive safely, all right? And from the desk of a small press publisher, it's a bad thing that Gene Rayburn lost hosting gigs due to ageism in Hollywood. Yeah, seriously, he was terrific. And the thing is, I accidentally found out some things about him. He, everyone knows about Ed McMahon, on Johnny Carson's sidekick. Gene Rayburn was the original sidekick on the original Tonight Show with I think it was Jack Parr way back in the 50s. I think it was the 50s. But yeah, he was the announcer there before he got his own game show. And it's funny because, there were several other prominent broadcasters that got really their big leg up as game show hosts. I'm thinking of, I just slipped out of my head. Oh, Mike Wallace of 60 Minutes used to run a game show in the 50s. So did Johnny Carson before he got the Tonight Show gig. And I remember Dave Letterman, when he left Indianapolis, he was making the rounds on some various game shows before he got his morning talk show that replaced the Dinah Shore one, and then he got his own late night gig. But anyway, so yeah. But the thing is, Gene Rayburn, I found the NBC radio network for years had a Sunday afternoon omnibus show called Monitor, I think it was. And Rayburn was the host of that for many, many years. I could get him when I lived out east in St. Louis, but I couldn't get it here in the Midwest. So anyway, yeah, he was a great talent. He really was. Scott Carker says, kind of wondering if Carl wants me in the green room tonight because, holy crap, I just might pop off and have a drunken rant of my own. We'll pay to be there, man. You've had a week, dude. I may have a drunken rant my own. And Skunk Rocker says, well, I'm almost at my next stop anyway, and hell, I'd like to see Brian get out of here early, so I'll just go ahead and say it. Here it goes. Don't die, feed Cookie. And as a pharmacist told me this morning, if you start drinking early, you got to drink all day. I hope everyone's having a better Friday than I am, and happy Easter. Hey, Skunk, I hope your day improves, man. I really do, man. Love you to death. And hope you have a great, great rest of your day. I hope your night goes well. And look forward to seeing you in the green room, hopefully. And definitely hope to see you tomorrow night on Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Central. Check it out. Also, from the Desk of a Small Press Publisher precedes that show at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Check out Jody McPhee, great interviewer and a great guest on one of this week's episodes of Clever Title Pending. Have a great day, Skunk. Love you, man. Seriously do. And yep. And hashtag don't die, feed Cookie early, says Trevor Hawkins. Ooh, that works too. And she'll be glad to hear that. And Hugh Downs was the first host of Concentration. That's true. That's true. And let's see. I'm trying to think. He was, and he was also hosting the Today Show at that time with a brand new co-host, Barbara Walter. And I think the preceding host of Today was John Cameron Swayze, who had those great Timex commercials in the late 50s, early 60s. Man, are we revealing our ages or what here? And first host, that is. Yeah, I remember that was great. And Carlene says, go for it, Skunky. And Bill Sarton says, are you spending your Saturday morning staring at your cereal box until your eyes glaze over with boredom? Well, join the far out and groovy kids by clicking on Facebook's Sarton Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarton, and brighten up your morning with better days from yesteryear. We show the best of classic cartoons, Saturday morning commercials, PSAs, and Schoolhouse Rock. So check out the artwork of Bill Sarton on Facebook, where everything old is new again. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much for that. And Ted Davies says, have a good Friday and a great weekend. See you at 6 p.m. Eastern and Drinking with the Davies on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, on the Ted Davies Artistry channel on YouTube, also Ted Davies Artistry on Facebook, and the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page here on Facebook as well. And thanks for all you do. Thank you for all you do too, Ted. And thank you for the talk yesterday. Much appreciated. And I told Cookie about it, and she doesn't blame me either. Anyway, Ted, have a great Friday, and much love to you and Chrissy, and hope you have a great I know you'll have a great show tonight. Stop hitting your board, Brian. It makes the thing shake. Anyway, Ted, have a great afternoon. Love you, man, and have a great one. Give Chrissy a hug from us, and do something inappropriate and say that's from me. She'll probably say Brian put you up to that, didn't he? Anyway. Put some stuff away here. And so anyway, thank you all for being here. We're going to call this early, I think, today, if you all don't mind. Well, it's almost an hour and a half. That's pretty good. But anyway, we're all apparently having a lazy Friday, and I hope if you had a week like I did, or it started out bad, it got better as the week progressed. But and that's in no small part to you guys. So please, have a great Good Friday. Have an even better Easter weekend. Okay, we're going to go visit some friends later this afternoon. I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to visit another friend tomorrow. And also, programming note: Sunday morning I will be on Sunday Funnies with Randy Zimmerman and Daphne Lage and crew. We always have a good time talking comic books. I love talking old comic books. I do. In fact, here's a taste of it right now.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Always a good time on Sunday Funnies, and I'm always glad to show up with Randy and Daphne and the whole crew. So please come check us out this weekend, 9 a.m. Sunday morning Eastern Time, or 8 a.m. Central on Sunday, and we'll have a couple hours of fun talk. Also, please check out the stuff on the Rising Tide broadcast page. There's always great entertainment and information abounding on there, and tonight will be no exception. At 6 p.m., check out Drinking with the Davies. Ted and Chrissy Davies explore the world of adult beverages, and also salute to some of those that are no longer in vogue. Tonight they're going to do the Tom Collins, and I'm really looking forward to that. My parents used to drink that all the time. And then after that, at 7 p.m. is Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles. It is a fantastic show where the up-and-coming Michaela Jade shows you how to join her on her creative journey and make your tide rise. She is awesome. You will love that show. Please check it out. And then followed by at 8 p.m. the Historical Fencing Guild with our own Nicholas Anthony Tockard, where he talks about bladed weaponry. And dear God in heaven, what the hell is in that thing, that jug he carries? Take a screenshot here. We've got information and entertainment 7 days a week on your calendar. We've got you planned up here. It's always a good time. And let's see. Oh, here we go. And we've got some other things. Yes, here we go. If you enjoy fine living on a rummage sale budget, imbibe deliciously with Ted and Chris on Drinking with the Davies every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Turn up the heat with Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then Weapons, Wit, and What Energy Nick Tockard has. Join him on the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Check him out on Facebook. And also, please shows like Nick's are generally on YouTube. So check out YouTube. You get a better picture and sound quality there. And then Saturday night, it's Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel and his groovy friends every Thursday at 9 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And then on Sunday, Comics, Chaos, and Sass. Heather Ellen has that and more. Positivity and promotion abound every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And last night we had a great show on Comic Book Spectrum. Do you love comic books? Hey, so do we. Join the fun on Comic Book Spectrum for reviews and great comic conversation on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have a great time. We really do. And it kind of shows. It's almost like we're friends or something. But anyway, let's see. Here we go. More comments. Joe Dog McKeel later, everyone. If I can outwit the robot overlord, I will see you all in the green room. Hey, take care of yourself, Joe. Seriously, do. We love you, man. And we love you, Carly. Mwah. Later, all. Good luck with your basement today. And good day, all. Trevor, have a great morning, my friend. We'll talk to you later, buddy. And from the desk of the Small Press Publisher later, Brian, this show has been TKO. That's right. It's a knockout. Just like the Peter Gabriel song. It's a knockout. No, it's Genesis, old Genesis. Anyway, Joe D. McPhee, check this man out. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central from the desk of a Small Press Publisher. Great interviews with various comic creators. Thank you for being here, Joe, and thank you for being on Clever Tile Pending that last Tuesday. And good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday to you, Bobby Nash, BobbyNash.com, AbrahamSnow.com. Check out those two pages and look for the new Snow Shorts coming out now on Amazon. They're great reads. I've read the first two, and they're awesome. Love them, Bobby. And Carl Westman, I just got back in time for Joe Dog to thread the "we" on us in the green room. Well, that's the thing of his, you can have a good day and your cup will overflow, and maybe his hail pail is overflowing today. You never know. So that's why it pays to be on the top floor. Anyway, there is what we got. And now Cookie can eat early. And I bet Cookie likes that. Food.
Glorious food.
Food, glorious food. That's right. As we break into song and risk another copyright claim. Everything okay with the AC and all?
Yeah, there's just one thing we need to do, and it'll be easy. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, thank you. I'm in suspense already just thinking about it. So anyway, thank you all for being here this morning. We hope you had a good time, and we'll do it again Monday morning at 10 a.m. just like we usually do. And as always, we want to thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network for powering the show, and we want to thank PlasmaFireGraphics.com for their ongoing support of the show and their sponsorship of these episodes. The Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, matters to your readers, and if you want to turn them into customers, then you need good graphics. Check with Jeffrey Hayes. He also has a great Facebook page with samples of his work, and we'll close out with a couple of them too. So please check it out. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. And let's see. Also, don't forget, I've mentioned our Patreon enough this morning. Please check us all out on Patreon. Check Bobby Nash out on Patreon. He's got a great page. He does a lot of stuff on his. So anyway, we want to thank you all for being here. We appreciate you all. And as we go into a weekend that means a lot to a number of people who are spiritual in nature, let's just remember that, we can have a bad day. We can have a bad week, but we can find a way to rise above it. And with the help of our friends, we can do that. And I want to thank you all for helping me through this week, and hope we can help each other from this point on. That's what Rising Tide is all about. Y'all take care now. Love y'all. And we will see you soon. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you Sunday on Sunday Funnies. Check out the rest of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and have a fantastic Friday, one and all. Take care, everyone. I'm going to find a good ad here. Here we go.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelors Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard. If you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelors Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Reels and Heels is a podcast that discusses movies, television, wrestling, and more. With a rotating guest list of friends and filmmakers alike, Reels and Heels salutes the creative arts of all kinds. Join Brian Winzeloff and Nicole Jobin live every Saturday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Reels and Heels.
Go thee to thy rest, O shades. Thou hast served well in life. Now take thy reward.